Hey everyone, Nate the Nerdarch here from Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds, and today we're going to be doing GM 911 from Jonathan Snow, and with me I have...
I'm Ted.
And I'm Dave.
Alright, so basically Jonathan Snow is getting a few friends together to play D&D 5e, and one of his buddies wants to play a Wood Elf fighter with a set of armor from Skyrim, the glass armor. And I don't know what level they're at. It doesn't specify, but I'm assuming they're starting, so it can't be too high a level unless he's just jumping into 10th.
Didn't they say they're doing the starter set?
Yes.
The starter set starts you off at 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
so level 1.
So level 1.
First problem, level 1, you don't get full plate.
Oh, yeah. Not even regular full plate. So that's like
Yeah.
off the table unless you're going to be like, hey, everybody, you have benefactors who are going to hook you up.
So
Spellbook popping out of your pocket. It's so full of stuff.
So the first thing is, you're not getting full plate at first level. I think full plate is kind of one of those things that you can work up to for like 3rd, 4th level,
Depending on how much money the game's got in
right.
it.
I know some GMs are like, oh, money. Some GMs not so much, but full plate is 1,500 gold. You gotta work to be able to get that for your share of the treasure, and be able to find a smith that's going to make it for you. That can take a while in and of itself.
Yeah, because you figure 1,500 gold for the whole party is not a lot at lower levels, if like when you're at 3rd or whatever. But for each person having that much and didn't spend it on anything else.
Now, if you're playing, a video game, you walk into a shop, they don't have like real world economics factored in. They've just have got, I've got all these different options. What do you want to buy? Mm-hmm. In D&D, you have to factor in what the real world is. Shops aren't going to just sit there and be like, oh yes, do you want a suit of chainmail? Do you want a suit of full plate? I've got it all right here.
Technically, it depends on the GM and what kind of game they're playing.
You killed an entire goblin horde? Sure, sell me all their stuff. I've got 50,000 gold lying around.
Yeah, and I need a bunch of rusty short swords.
Yeah, exactly.
But, some games, that's how it is. You just walk in, you buy what you need. Just because the DM doesn't want to, deal with all that stuff. So, which is fine. But it's still an issue of, you're looking at 3rd to 5th level to, probably have that kind of equipment.
Right.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you get it.
Unless you're walking around in tatters with your full plate on. Like if you've got nothing else except a long sword, a shield that you started with, and your full plate.
Yeah, but even then, 1,500 is kind of hard unless, your GM is very generous.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, so essentially, all right, it's a goal to work up to, no big deal, right?
Yeah.
He wants this special suit of armor. You could even put it in there as a quest item, and they're going to have to, go on an adventure for it and eventually get it. Now, how do you make it? It could be anything from a magical suit of armor. It could be, there's certain materials you can get that have this property that'll build this item that you want.
Yeah, maybe there's trees somewhere that you can harvest that are made out of crystal or something. Or
You were talking about fabricate.
Yeah, my suggestion was it's probably going to be like a $10,000 item if it has no magical properties and it's just the materials made of. I would say it's 10,000 gold, and that's all crushed, junk sapphires, or basically 10,000 gold worth of crushed sapphire, and then you have to find a mage that wants to cast fabricate on it so it fits you properly.
Right.
So basically custom made, because you're not bending that stuff. So like a custom made fabricated piece to fit you. That's what I would say, and I would say like 10 grand is a reasonable price for it.
Within the parameters of D&D itself, there's tons of ways to do this. There used to be a spell, and I think he even mentions it in previous editions, called Glasssteel, which would basically do what he wants.
That was a high level spell, though.
It was a high level spell.
Yeah.
So it's essentially you could do the same thing with a wish spell. But again, you need to find a mage that's going to cast a 9th level wish spell for you, or find the wish spell, or whatever. Now, if
Fabricate's 4th level, by the way.
yeah. Wow. Now, if Skyrim,
Way cheaper.
the specific armor from Skyrim has other properties or whatever, you could probably absolutely make it in D&D. It's just a matter of making it a magic item. Depending on what that actually means in Skyrim, it might be a legendary item.
It's lighter, and like Glasssteel is lighter.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh, okay.
It's elven gear in the game. So.
Right.
So basically, with being lighter, you could say, well, it counts as medium armor.
Yeah, that would be a really cool benefit. That it counts as medium armor,
and it doesn't have disadvantage on stealth, and that's a way to craft it, but in these situations when a player's first level and it's like I want, you need to kind of curb them back and say, look, you're just starting off. You don't get these type of things at low level. But if it's something that your character wants to build towards,
we can absolutely
put it in the game, and
And too, it depends. Like essentially, like if it's just a look you're looking for, right? It is see-through armor. Honestly, if that's the only property you really care about, 3rd to 5th level, you figure out how to give it to them. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Special magic spell that makes steel transparent.
Yeah,
like
special.
whatever.
You can have special material.
Special material.
Have it illusioned. Have some mage that just basically says, okay, it's you don't appear as if you're wearing armor, but it's somebody touches you, they're gonna feel it.
However you want to do it, the dwarves of Alnagar are legendary glass blowers, and they have this special glass that is as hard as steel, and they're so skilled at what they do. They've figured out how to make glass armor that will shatter blades and arrows upon it. It doesn't really matter. But he's got but that's like a quest thing. You have to go there to get the armor, and maybe it only does cost 1,500 gold, but they don't sell that stuff to outsiders. So you have to go through their dwarven ritual of manhood in order, and womanhood, in order to become one of the clan, in order for them to actually sell you the armor for 1,500 gold pieces. So, however you want to do it, it doesn't matter. Fit it into your game, and, here's the other thing. Are the other players going to be on board? Are they going to be, into doing this thing that's basically
evolved?
Revolves around just the one character.
Having cool armor bling, basically. And on the cheap side, you could probably say rather than have etched full plate or whether, you could have it be enameled instead, so it looks like it's glass. And you could also have that like high polish and then put enamel on it. There you go, on the cheap.
So
maybe 100 gold.
So the GM911, there's some suggestions. I think Ted's getting ready to take us out anyway, so I'm gonna cut him right off. Tell us what you think. Put the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, subscribe.
You can support us on Patreon.
You guys are joining the conversation over on Reddit.
So until next time, stay nerdy.